And we're going live. And we're live, and we're going to talk about SPC, Safe version 5, SPC. Hey, I am Greg Master, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. This is the 5 a.m. Master Scrum Show. We are later in the afternoon. It's about 1:24 p.m. here Eastern Standard Time. And I can go through the list of reasons why we didn't do the early morning show, but, it is what it is. This is the 546th episode, and what do we do here on the show? We talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so you can bring value to your customers, not work crazy hours to get that value to customers, and get home to your family and friends and have a little fun at work and at home. And we explore different topics as they come. And this show is a perfect example of being agile and your backlog, and why I don't go very long and put a lot of stuff out. I got lots of ideas, but I just kind of go a couple of days at a time, and I leave a lot of space in my schedule for what we're going to talk about on the show, because you never know what's going to come. So I took my SPC exam. I did pass. Yay! Took it last night. So I want to talk to you all about two things. One, my adventures of taking the test, because I think it was hilarious, and you just have to laugh at it. And then the prep for the test. And we're going to do a little Kanban chart on the activities for what I did to prepare for taking the exam. And we will do this within 15 minutes. So here's the story. I was hoping the cat would be here, but the cat didn't come. So yesterday in the morning, I took the practice test. I did well. I got an 88% on it before, and I figured it'd be good. We let one last test, do some more studying, and then take the final exam, just to have it all fresh in my mind. Would have kind of done some things different. Anyway, so I told my family about 7 o'clock last night. I said, okay, I'm going to go in and take my test. I'll see you in about 2 hours. Just leave me alone, and I'm going to shut the door and don't bother me. Yeah, that's what you think would have happened, right? And I took the practice test, and when I was finished, I had like 20 minutes left in my session. When I did it, I thought it was good. Everything was hunky-dory. It's awesome, right? And then my kids go to sabotage me, the whole thing. So they come in. Well, my one son is about 7. He comes in. He lets the cat in the office, because apparently the cat wanted to be with me while I was taking the test. I'm like, I don't need a cat bother me while I'm taking this test, right? So I really just did not need that. And but yeah, he lets the cat in. I'm like, why are you letting the cat in? I'm trying. I got to take this test. I got to pass. It's a lot of money. It's going to cost me $250 to retake this exam again if I have to retake it, So he lets the cat in. And I'm like yelling at him, take the cat out. So I go help him. I pick up the cat and take him outside, right? Shuts the door. What do? They left the door open. There's a little door in a closet between my office and the rest of the house. Left the door open. So what's the cat doing? Scratching at the door for about 5 minutes until I couldn't take it anymore, right? So in this whole endeavor, I lost felt like 10 minutes. Felt like eternity, to be honest with you. It was just driving me nuts, because the cat's just clawing at the door trying to get in. Claw. I'm like, my eyes. You can just see my eyes bugging out of my head. I bet you, if I were to see myself in a mirror. And grab the cat out of the closet, take him out, and said, what are you doing? I got to take this test. And everybody's like, why are you so? I'm like, because I got 2 hours to finish this test. And I'm like, I'm already halfway through it, and I only got like 40%, 30% of the question, between 35 and 40% of the questions done at that time. And I already burnt half my time on the exam. So I'm like freaking out. So anyway, I got it all done with about 1.5 minutes to spare. I just hit that submit button at that point in time. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to pass or I'm going to fail or whatever, but I'm done. Boom. And I did pass, so that was great. So that was my adventure during, I had some water, I had some stuff, had a little coffee just because it was later in the evening, make sure I just stay focused and concentrate on getting it done. 2 hours is a long time to sit take a test. And trust me, I took all 2 hours to take that exam. It's a 60 question exam, and I took all 2 hours with about 1.5 minutes to spare. The last couple of answers I gave, I'll be honest with you, because it was I was so far behind with the time, because I remember one time part of the test, I think I was looking at, I had 75% of the test done, and there was 15 minutes left in the exam, and I did the math in my head I was doing. I said, oh, shoot. I said, I got 25% more to do, and 25% of a 2-hour exam is a half hour. And I had 15 minutes. So I had to make up 15 minutes in the last part of taking the test. So I did, and I made it up. So I caught up. So hopefully my study and the things I knew and experience helped me answer those questions in a more rapid fashion. What my gut said at first and what my gut didn't say. And so I passed. So it's great. So in the future, maybe I'll teach some classes. Why do I want, I'll do a show on SPC when I go explore it more. But one of the nice things is it gives you, once you have that, you have access to all that material that SAFE had put together, which is very valuable and very good, because it takes a lot of lessons learned from people who've done it for a while. They have packaging and training. Even if I was just training myself to like work with my enterprise coaching and working with executives, there's a whole section on that I'm going to take advantage of right now. Some people are like, oh, I'll take teams and the Scrum Master is like, no, I got to teach organizations how to be agile in thought. I'm going to really use the enterprise part and the leadership part. I'm going to suck that in first thing. Anyway, so there's a lot to it. We'll talk about that later as I explore and learn more about the SPC and SAFE and what possibilities are. Because to be honest, they really don't tell you everything. And you don't get access to all this material until you pass that test, or you have to take the class. And I didn't really want to spend all that money taking all those classes, to be honest with you. So it was good. I survived. I did it. Now, what did I do to prepare for the exam? Because I get that question a lot from connections, and people are like, hey, I want to take my SPC. What did you do? The class was really good. So it was here's the kicker with this class, right? And we're at the halfway minute mark, just like in my test, right? So there's a lot of material in this. It's a whole week's worth of stuff, right? The tough part is a lot of material. If you ever go to the SAFE page, there's buttons and windows and little icons. Everything is clickable. There's lots of data, lots of information on that site. It's a wealth of knowledge, to be honest with you. Even if you don't take the test and you just want to learn about what they encountered and some of their thought processes, it's worth it just to kind of browse around and just look around, look for something that you have a question on and say, what is that, right? And why did they put that there? You get better at it when you do it. But anyway, so class was good. It was a week-long class, right? 5 days. And it was virtual. So what did I do? So I broke it down, what I wanted to do. And I have my Kanban board, which I shared before. I wonder if I can use it. Can I use this one? Yeah, I can use this one. And so I had a main feature on my Kanban board. And my main feature on my Kanban board was my SPC exam. And my Kanban board, I only allow myself to have, depending where it is, whether it's in the backlog for my sprint, which is about a week long, or small pieces. I only let one, like 3 or 4. I limit the number of big features that I stick on my board. So, backlog. This is my backlog. This is my doing. This is my done. So I thought of it in a couple ways. One, so the major sticker was this, and I'm just going to use the same color stickers just because that is what is available around me right now when I'm going live on the show. And then the next one I did is I wrote a sub sticker. This is like a SPC. This is like, I usually write like what the topic area is. It's like part of SPC. I write on there, and I said review materials. So what I did is I reviewed all the content that they provide in the class, the booklet, kind of browsed around the site a little bit more. Okay, so that was like the first thing I did. So I did that, and then I put another ticket. And this is how I broke down. This is how I broke down my thing. So this is like the first week, right? Though it took 2 weeks because I had just gotten a job, got all a lot of things. I'm gonna tell you, they give you a month. I don't know if it's a month, 30 days maybe, to take the exam. It goes by fast. It really does, and eats your time away when you're busy. It kind of reminds me when I was in college, going from a master's in engineering, and the engineering math professor would give us 50 problems every night. I go, dude, I gotta work. I can't do 50. I'm not in like undergrad where I got full time dedicated to engineering. I'm doing engineering and I work in this and go to school. It was kind of crazy. So the next thing I says, take what do they call it? Practice exam. Practice exam. So this was like my first week. And this is also SPC. Okay. And this is how my Kanban chart was forming. Then what I did, I broke it down to this. I said, I wrote another thing, SPC. I go, review exam results. And it's a practice game. Practice results, right? So once I took the exam, so I reviewed the material, put that in done, put that up there, and then the next thing that was on the list to be done was review the results. Then I took my practice exam, and then I reviewed the results. Got some sleep in between, right? Because you really do need to sleep. So I got that, reviewed the results. Then I studied the bad parts. And the nice thing about the practice exam, they show you they don't tell you what the answer was, but they highlight the questions you got wrong and show you which question you actually gave as an answer. So then I studied the bad answers. Right? So I reviewed the exam notes, and then I studied the bad things. Then what I did is I reviewed it all again. Review all materials. Oops. Materials. So this was like my first sprint. So that was my first week when I got done. Okay. My second week, I reviewed all the materials again. Okay. Went back through and reviewed it all again. Then what I did, that includes the videos, all the links. They give you a study guide and all that. I went through every page in the study guide just so I knew where everything was in the safe and the content and try to grab as much of that information, the details as possible, because it is a written test, right? And then what I did is I took the practice test again. This is SPC, take practice exam again. So these are the things I was doing in the next sprint. Take that again. Then what I did is I reviewed the things I got wrong again. SPC, review. What are we at? 14. Bad. Again. So then I just reviewed it again. So this is like the second week. So when I got done, and then my last thing was to finally take the test, right? Take SPC exam, right? So remember, this takes 2 hours, right? This takes 2 hours. And if you work full time, 2 hours is a long time. That's like a whole night, right? So think of it this way. This is a night, that's a night, that's a night, that's a night. So that's 4 nights right there, 1 week sprint. And this year, again, review all the materials again, 2 nights on that. Take the practice game, that's another night. Review the results of the thing. So that's 2, 3, 4 nights again. So we're talking about, 3 weeks, 21 days, give or take, and then finally take the exam. So that's what I did. So I reviewed the materials right from all the materials they gave me, just fresh off there. And I did a rapid test. This is a rapid test. So this first time I took this test was rapid. Just from memory, what I know as a coach, what I've experienced from Agile, what I read in the materials in my class. So reviewing the notes, I took a rapid test. I'd be honest with you, I got that done in an hour. I think I got a 75. I did it. I got a 75. But when you take the practice test to move you on, they want you to beat an 80 and they get scores and they move you through the process. So I took that a rapid fire, reviewed exam problems I had that I didn't know fresh off my mind, studied the bad answer stuff. And then I went and did a review of all the materials again for 2 days. Took the practice game exam again. This time I did it more methodical. I didn't rush this one. So the second time I took it, I pretended it was a real-time pace exam. And then then whatever results are, I reviewed the bad answers, okay? And then when all this was done, and I did do a little review of stuff, just where things were, clicked around, I took the exam. So you can see, this takes 1 week, 2 weeks. I mean, if you take yourself more time to study and look at some stuff, depending on how much you've known and how much you've actually done in SAFe, but even what you know in SAFe, the problem is it's a test. So they're going to want specific answers. So that was how I did it. And this was the first week, second week, and then the third week I took the exam. So that was my study formula. And I used my Kanban chart to manage that with all the other things I had to do. Like I had to fix some glass, do some stuff, and things like that. So combine it all. Oh, wow, we're 17 minutes into it. So I hope that was valuable to you all. I wish you all the best. If you have any questions on the SPC exam, I will not give you the answers to the exam. I will tell you what I did and what I saw and how I studied, and answer any questions you might have from my experience. Just to be a good person along the road. So feel free to text me, message me in LinkedIn or anything like that. Twitter, however you want to do it. And I wish you all the best and happy scrumming. Good luck on your exams. And I wish you the best luck. Give us a thumbs up if you like what I shared with you, so I can share that with other things I've been through and other exams. And ring the little bell. And as I go through all the little modules in SAFe, I'll talk about them. Maybe I'll talk about them in different shows. Plenty of content from that stuff, man. That's like a gold mine. And we can debate stuff like that. So that's what I have for the show. Have a great day. Happy scrumming. Good luck on what you're doing. I saw a rocket went off today in Maryland, so that was cool. They're going to send fresh food and some other experiments, and you got to watch what they're sending up there too. They like to send toilet-related stuff up there. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but they do. Anyway, I'll see you later. Have a great weekend, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care, and bye. See you.